It's never easy living out your relationship highs and lows for the world to see like Khloe has.
It just sucks. It has to be so public.
But since the most recent split with her co-parent Tristan Thompson, Khloe seems to be finally saying sayonara to their romantic relationship for good. And she's moving on in her Coco way. Number 1, acceptance. The first step to moving on is accepting it's the end, especially when it comes to devastating breakups. Khloe seems to have reached that point in her relationship with Tristan. It's been a while since news broke of Tristan's new baby, and Khloe knows he's not the one for her. Speaking on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast, Khloe shared about dealing with the aftermath of the news and her breakup. And she says she's done with that relationship's drama, but she holds no hard feelings. Number 2, mommy duties. Khloe's main focus has and will always be her daughter True, who she co-parents with Tristan. During their on-again, off-again relationship, Khloe has always maintained that True comes first. This is why she was so cool with having Tristan in the delivery room when True was born after the first cheating scandal. And she had him at True's party after the next. For now, True is her only priority. And their new pet, Gray Kitty, which Khloe calls pure happiness. Number 3, friendship with Tristan. In the past, Khloe has taken the high road, and not much is changing this time, except how she sees her relationship with Tristan going forward. The door to anything more than being co-parents is pretty much closed. Khloe says she knows that, and that she sent him the message. Whether he received it is another story. However, things between the two still remain cordial because of True, so he's probably not getting blocked again yet. Number 4, co-parenting. One thing about Khloe is she knows how to put her feelings aside to maintain a healthy relationship between her daughter and her father. Even if her family doesn't always understand her decisions,
I know all of these things, but I've already invited him. I'm not like,
but
Khloe will always put True, her happiness, and her routine above everything. Nothing's changing this time around, and when it comes to access to True, the door will always be open for Tristan with Khloe. Any conversation other than True, Khloe isn't interested in it. Number 5, dream home for 2. Khloe planned on moving into her dream estate with Tristan. However, just before her move, he did what he did and wrote what he wrote, and now he's had to pull out of escrow on his old home he was planning to sell to move in with Khloe. It was especially painful for fans who watched Khloe excitedly talk about the move into her new home and the positive work Tristan had been doing to mend their relationship. But Khloe's moved on and moved in to her dream home.
True and I get to move into our new dream home.
Number 6, dating again? Short answer, no. Khloe says she's not even in the headspace to start dating. However, that doesn't mean she's in the space of completely ruling it out. She said on the NSBNF podcast that she doesn't mind if things happened organically, but she's not thinking about it. A source close to Khloe told E! News that she's feeling relieved and excited to move on to the next chapter. Whatever that next chapter may be, Khloe's focused on happiness. Number 7, good American. One way to move on from a devastating breakup is to throw yourself into work, and Khloe has been doing just that, and kind of making history. For the first time ever, Zara is collaborating with a brand with an inclusive range of sizes as diverse as Good American. Khloe says that's been the most important thing for her and her partner and co-founder, Emma Grede, at Good American. They don't collaborate with brands that won't carry the entire collection's size range of 00 to 26, and neither did Zara before. Number 8, sisters' reaction. One way to move on is to have sisters who are just as done with your partner's antics as you are. Kim, Kourtney, and Kylie were absolutely over Tristan hurting their sister in the season finale of The Kardashians. Kylie may have been speaking for herself, but was speaking for Khloe's fans too, when she said,
"It's been the worst version of the planet."
Kourtney called it a never-ending betrayal.
It's never-ending betrayal is what it is.
And Kim, let's just say the lawyer came out. It's hard to come back from that. As Khloe once said,
"Never go against the family."
Number 9, reliving the drama. It can't be easy rewatching life before a breakup, and for Khloe, watching the premiere of The Kardashians brought back memories and emotions that were all too familiar. She screamed liar at the screen watching the moments with Tristan at the beginning of the show's season.
Liar!
Not for the obvious reason, she thinks he's a liar, but because she kind of forgot where she was for a minute. But sometimes you just have to let it out. Number 10, living next to mom. If her business, the show, her daughter, a new pet, and being Khloe Kardashian doesn't keep her busy enough, living next to her mom, Kris Jenner, will. Around the time Khloe finally parted romantic ways with Tristan, she moved into her home next to her mom, and the stories Khloe shares of her friendly new neighbor is enough entertainment to help anyone move on. From letting herself into Khloe's home, to making a drink, to checking every car in the driveway, and having Khloe fix her a bath is just what makes Kris Jenner fabulous, and Khloe agrees. This may be the end for Tristan and Khloe, but the support from her fans, family, and her daughter True seem to be getting her through it.
Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian have had a wild ride as a couple, and now that the two are separated,
Like Scott is never leaving. Kanye's never leaving. Looks like you're never leaving.
we wonder, does the drama ever let up? The pair had weathered a lot, primarily Tristan's infidelities, before calling it quits. But with Tristan's paternity scandal being relived on the Kardashians' Hulu reality TV show, the opinions of Khloe's families about the relationship are coming to light. And hey, if you like live events, check out SeatGeek.com and use the promo code TTC for $20 off your first order. Number 1. The Lowdown. So for those of us living under a rock, Khloe Kardashian and NBA star Tristan Thompson began dating in 2016. All seemed well between the two, and Khloe was clearly on cloud nine, telling ES Magazine in April of 2017 that she had, quote, never been in this type of love. She even discussed future family planning with Tristan, saying she knew he would make an impeccable father. By December of that year, Khloe announced on Instagram that she was pregnant with daughter True, and things still seemed to be going well. It wasn't until Khloe's 9th month of pregnancy that photos leaked showing Tristan kissing another girl in a New York club in April 2018.
There's a video of Tristan making out with a girl last night.
TMZ then released footage of Tristan kissing 2 other women at a hookah lounge in DC from 2017.
Khloe's gonna die.
Kardashian gave birth just days later, and by May, the two were back together and seemingly past the infidelities. But the end came yet again in February of 2019, as Khloe found out about more cheating on Tristan's part. And soon after, a kiss was shared between the NFL star and Kylie's then best friend, Jordyn Woods.
It's just no passion, no nothing on the way out. He just kissed me
But by August 2020, the two were giving it another go. That is until December 2021, when Tristan admitted to cheating on Khloe with Marilee Nichols. By January, he confirmed that he was the father of her newly born baby, all of which was filmed last year and airing this year on Hulu's The Kardashians. Whew! Got all that? As for how the rest of the family has reacted,
And I said, does Khloe know about this?
Number 2, Kris Jenner. You'd think that Kris Jenner, being the ultimate momager, would be the first to tear Tristan a new one. But surprisingly, that has not been the case. In fact, Tristan sent Mama Jenner flowers for Mother's Day, and Kris posted a photo of the bouquet and wrote "Love you" with a heart emoji to Tristan. It's all the more surprising considering that, according to one source reporting to Hollywood Life, Kris didn't want to hear Tristan's empty apologies. Another source went on to say that Kris never wants anyone in her family, let alone her daughters, to hurt the way that Tristan has hurt Khloe. Confusing much? Number 3. Kim Kardashian. As for Kim, she's always been ready with some choice words for Tristan, starting with his first cheating scandal in 2018 when she called him a loser.
Literally, what a loser.
And that she was going to, spit on him. Seems like Kim knew all along, and fans jumped to make the observation. As one fan says, Khloe should have listened to her. Considering it was Kim who broke the news to Khloe, we can only imagine what dear sister must be feeling about Khloe's ex right now. Number 4. Kylie Jenner. And Kylie? Little sister came to Khloe's defense when the Jordyn Woods scandal broke.
I just feel a responsibility to take matters into my own hands.
Kard Jenner swiftly purged Jordyn from their social media accounts after she was caught kissing Tristan. Kylie directly confronted her former friend, saying, "I called her and she didn't really say anything. She was just crying the whole time. And I was just telling her, I'm scared of you now. You're capable of waking up the next morning with a smile on your face." Kylie also went on to say that she can do whatever she likes, but when it comes to the Kard Jenner clan, do anything to the family, and it's a problem. Way to go, Kylie.
Kylie did a phenomenal job.
Number 5. Kourtney Kardashian. Kourtney faced Tristan head-on in the hospital after Khloe gave birth. The NBA star said while holding his daughter, "Girls change your life," to which Kourtney savagely remarked, "We can only pray." Way to go, Court. Kourtney also sent her sis a beautiful bouquet of roses when the paternity scandal broke. Khloe uploaded a photo of the flowers to Instagram and captioned it, "My cuties at Travis Barker at Kourtney Kardashian. I love you." Number 6. Kendall Jenner. Kendall supported her sister courtside in 2018 during a basketball game that Tristan was playing. Kendall booed Tristan during a free throw, and the gesture did not go unnoticed by Khloe as she tweeted, "Look at my baby heckler. I'm dying at Kenny trying to heckle on the low-low." We can only imagine how much more Kendall has to boo now after more years of cheating and the recent paternity scandal. Number 7. Khloe. As for Khloe, it's gotta be tough to watch yourself being duped on national TV, which is precisely what has been happening as she watches the episodes of the Kardashians. As was peeped in the trailer, Khloe seems to be personally in a good place with Tristan during filming, saying,
"I just moved in to my dream home with True and Tristan, of course."
Meanwhile, we all know that more cheating and a paternity scandal is just around the corner. As Khloe revealed on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast, "I'm now a viewer and I'm like, what the F is this bullish that I'm listening to?" in reference to the praise she heaped on Tristan during filming. All to say that Khloe seems to have turned a corner on Tristan for good, and we're happy for her. We've got to imagine that reliving Tristan's scandals has got to be tough, not only for Khloe, but for the whole family. And we hope that for Khloe's sake, she's moving on from Tristan.
For 6 years, we've watched a whirlwind of a relationship and witnessed numerous cheating scandals and Khloe's big heart. Like Khloe, sis, there are other men out there. But ultimately, I think she wanted them to be two peas in a pod. But I think Tristan had some other ideas. Hey y'all, it's Emanuela here, and these are the reasons why Tristan and Khloe will never ever move on from one another. Like, seriously. Tristan and Khloe started dating way back in 2016, and after a year of them dating, they announced that they're having a baby. Baby True. Baby True. But moments before Khloe was about to give birth, Tristan publicly cheated on her. But she kept her cool and she stayed with him. The two continued to date until 2019, where rumors of Tristan and Jordyn Woods allegedly hooking up started to surface. The two did confirm that a kiss was shared and Khloe was not having it. Like, girl went off on Twitter and even blamed Jordyn for breaking up her family. I am too stunned to speak, but we'll definitely say that Jordyn had it way worse than Tristan. The two continued to be co-parents to True, whether they were together or not. A year or so later, the pair were back together, and Tristan said that he'd be a better man for Khloe, and Khloe believed him. I mean, she said that he was going to therapy and that his behavior was changing, so that means that he's a changed man. Wrong. They were back to Splitsville in June of 2021, but then they got back together in a few months. In December of 2021, there were rumors of the couple splitting due to Tristan cheating again, but this time, and this is a big one, Tristan became a father again. In January 2022, Tristan went on Instagram and confirmed that he fathered a child with Mara Lee Nichols and publicly apologized to Khloe for everything he's done.
But we all knew what Tristan is capable of.
When Khloe and Tristan were first in love, it was them two against the world. Khloe seemed really happy and he got her pregnant. How could she not love this man? Tristan is known for being a player, but he seemed really happy with Khloe. So what changed? While Tristan has continuously said that Khloe is the one and he'll always love her, he has made some unforgivable choices. Well, Khloe forgave him. In 2018, Tristan was publicly caught with two ladies in a club having a fun time while Khloe was in labor and giving birth to his child. Khloe forgave him, but then he cheated on her again the following year. Then in 2021, he cheats on her one last time, that we know of, but the woman got pregnant with his child. What's interesting about this is that in 2020, Khloe and Tristan were in the process of having another baby together. Fans warned Khloe that he wasn't going to change, but she insisted that we don't know the full story. Khloe, even if we don't know the full story, we know that Tristan isn't treating you right.
He blocked me.
When Tristan first cheated on Khloe, the Kardashians were quick not to show him the same love as before. On the show, Kim called Khloe and said that Tristan had blocked him from Instagram and she would spit on him the next time she saw him. It came to a point where Khloe was scared that the two could not coexist, but as we see later, they definitely can. During the whole Jordyn Woods scandal, the Kardashians were quick to cut off Jordyn, and Kylie even said that she simply had to stick by her sister. And now the two are not even that close. Jordyn has moved on from the Kardashian clan, but Tristan keeps coming back. In the new Kardashian reality series, Khloe and Tristan are back together, and Kris tells Tristan that he is next to propose. But let's keep in mind that this was filmed before Tristan found out he was going to be a father again. It seems that the family has moved on from all the scandals and they still make jokes about it. Right, Kim? After their split in 2019, Tristan continued to co-parent with Khloe and even attended Chu's first birthday party. Sources say that Khloe ignored him the whole time and literally focused on anyone else. In July of 2021, Tristan posted photos of himself and Khloe and wished her a happy birthday. It was such a heartful message, but Khloe did not see it. That summer, he continued to make several comments under Khloe's posts, and fans had to come in and say, "Leave her alone. Leave her alone." He also got into an argument with Khloe's ex, Lamar Odom, after he admired her looks. He simply said, "Back away from my girl, and I am not afraid to fight."
It was a really hard time for me.
As of right now, the two have not been linked romantically since their split in December, but Khloe teased fans by saying that we will see her reaction to Tristan's latest cheating scandal on the show. So stay tuned for that. In the past 4 years, Khloe has spoken about co-parenting with Tristan and says that he's a great father to Tru and always makes time for her as much as possible. He even posts pictures of himself hanging out with baby Tru even when he's not dating Khloe, and always prioritizes her. So even if they aren't dating right now, the two will always be linked because of Tru, and Khloe wants Tristan to be a part of their child's life.
I know all of these things.
So to wrap things up, these two have gone through a lot, and each time they keep us guessing. It's always, will they or won't they? But the question is, has she really moved on? Has he moved on?
Tristan Thompson is officially the father to his third child. On January 3rd, 2022, the paternity test came in, and drumroll please, Tristan Thompson is the father of Marley Nichols' baby boy. Though the only person who seemed to be surprised by this news was Tristan himself. The NBA player has come forward saying he's taking full responsibility of his actions. In his most recent Instagram story, he said that he looks forward to amicably raising his son with Marley. However, I'm not quite sure how amicable it can be because she threatened to sue him. Further along in the post, Tristan also addressed Khloe saying, "You don't deserve the heartache and humiliation I've caused you. My actions certainly have not lined up with the way I view you. I have the utmost respect and love for you. Honestly, though Tristan is taking responsibility, you can only ask for forgiveness so many times if you never change your behavior." Khloe is an amazing human and deserves to be treated like one. I mean, the woman showed up to the People's Choice Award amidst the scandal and still slayed. At that point in time, it was like pulling teeth to get Tristan to admit that he had slept with Marley at all during his relationship with Khloe. But as time went on, he admitted that they slept together once. And then a few times. Well, maybe more than a few times. Okay, they had an approximately 5-month-long relationship, but the child still wasn't his. Sure, Tristan. Not only was he with Khloe the entire time the affair was happening, but she was under the impression that they were on solid ground for once. Khloe has endured a lot with Tristan. He was originally caught cheating in a nightclub when Khloe was mere days away from giving birth to their daughter, Tru. Though she stayed with him because she wanted to keep her family intact, her sisters were definitely not impressed. The worst part of it all was that everyone found out the same way Khloe did. Through the tabloids. She didn't even have any time to process the information before the entire world knew. Days later, the fam flew out to Cleveland to be with Khloe during her delivery. After, more women came forward saying that they as well had affairs with Tristan, with one even saying they slept together the night before Khloe's baby shower. Khloe then took some time to process everything that was happening, but mainly to be with her baby girl. By May of 2018, the pair were fully back together and raising their daughter. Though the family may not have fully agreed with the choice, they were there supporting her as best they could every step of the way. However, after Kim addressed the situation on Ellen, Tristan blocked her for a short period of time. In the interview, she said, "We really were rooting for Khloe, and we still are. She's so strong and she's doing the best she can. It's a really sad situation overall. Honestly, Kim was more open about the scandal than Khloe ever was." Even Kanye wrote it into one of his songs. All these thoughts on Christian mingle, that's what almost got Tristan single. But by June 2018, the Kardashian Jenner fam had forgiven Tristan too. Then in late September 2018, Tristan was seen flirting with a girl at a club, but Khloe continued to have full faith in him. But that didn't stop more cheating allegations from rolling in, and by February 20th, 2019, he was caught cheating on Khloe with Kylie's best friend, Jordyn Woods. Not only was this the most questionable move ever because of her relationship with Kylie, but it made it very clear how much Tristan valued his relationship with Khloe. Khloe had given him an endless amount of chances, and it looked like they were done for good. Khloe was hurt even more when Jordyn decided to go on Red Table Talk to discuss what happened without even reaching out to her first. And Khloe wasn't afraid to call her out on Twitter. Many fans were confused that she wasn't doing the same to Tristan, but she later revealed that it's different when someone is the father of your child. That being said, she gave him the cold shoulder at True's first birthday. After close to a year and a half apart, Khloe was finally ready to forgive Tristan and decided to give him yet another chance. Now this seems like it's going to end well. The couple seemed back on track and even talked about making baby number 2. Khloe was seen wearing what looked like an engagement ring, but sadly it was not the case, and the couple reportedly split yet again by June 2021. Fast forward to December, the news about Marley broke, truly ending things for good. Khloe's ex-husband Lamar Odom says that she deserves much better. Though the athlete did also cheat when he was married to her, he says that his addiction was the main source of his issues and that he thinks that Khloe was the love of his life. Apparently, Khloe still thinks fondly of him too. I'm Emily with the Things, and let us know what you think in the comments.